I'm sure it's wonderful, darling. It only sounds shitty.
Yeah, thanks.
Could I play?
Meghan.
Meghan Markle.
Sure, you can play.
Great!
Game on, America!
Okay, well, you don't get paid for that.
I don't care. Don't care.
On Suits, I was a series regular. I was Rachel Zane, attorney at law.
What the hell?
What did he just say? He victimized me. It's because I'm an ethnic woman.
Okay, well, I actually didn't do anything, but I'm glad you have a job.
He can't do that! I'll see. Wait, you're ethnic? This is an outrage! We'll just see how he deals with my blue pants.
Yeah, well, it's technically not a job. Don't know where you heard that.
Don't worry, my love. He's not gonna get away with this.
Would you ever consider joining the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills?
Are you serious?
Okay, wait. You know those yacht rumors that always seem too wild to say out loud? The ones floating around Reddit, whispered in comment sections, never fully confirmed? Yeah, those. They were supposed to stay buried. Deep internet lore, shadow gossip, stuff the mainstream wouldn't dare touch. Until now. Because guess what just surfaced and rocked everything? Unmarked, unaired, no titles, no Comedy Central watermark. Just 5 storyboard images from South Park. Yep, they showed up on a small animation subreddit late Tuesday night and boom! Everything exploded. No warning, no mercy, just raw, brutal animation-style tea, and the moment those frames leaked, the game changed.
We got your survey answers, and I think we've put together some great ideas for your brand.
At first, everyone thought it was fake. Some joke maybe AI, but when people zoomed in, oh my god, there she was, a brunette cartoon queen with that signature wide brim hat sipping pink rosé on a mega yacht. And behind her, a red-headed prince flailing in the water with a crying baby floaty marked public sympathy. Are you kidding? The internet lost its mind. Reddit went full detective mode, TikTok exploded, Instagram stories blew up, even international tabloids got in on it. Just like that, Yacht Girl, not just a rumor anymore, it became canon, cartoon canon.
I understand you want people to like you more and think you're cool.
The post got deleted almost instantly. Accounts locked, vanished, but too late. South Park had already gone where Meghan and Harry were most afraid it would go. That rumor, the one they worked so hard to bury, now it was in cartoon form. Not subtle, not vague, it hit like a truck. Within hours, fan accounts were breaking it all down. Meghan, obviously her, even if not named, was lounging in total diva mode. Assistants fanning her with scrolls labeled NDAs. She's on a chaise made of press clippings. And that rosé bottle? It's literally called Ever Vintage Deflection. Brutal.
Doesn't history pretty much suck? I mean, the Crusades, Hitler, Prince Harry marrying Meghan Markle? Again? Oh, like all of your wives are so much better.
And oh, it gets messier. In one frame, Meghan's holding up a contract that says, "New life, who dis?" Meanwhile, poor Harry's getting sunscreen sprayed in his eye by a drone marked Daily Mail. Even people who rolled their eyes at South Park's old Privacy Tour episode were shook. This wasn't just a gag, it was straight-up character assassination, disguised as art. They didn't just revive the yacht rumor, they immortalized it in cartoon legend form. Meghan, once a real-life royal, is now permanently floating above a sea of paparazzi flashes and broken branding deals, and no one could unsee it.
It's so nice to have you back in London, Meghan. I've missed our little lunches.
We've never had lunch together, Kate.
Well, we must continue the tradition.
The worst part? Meghan's team had been working so hard for years to erase the Yacht Girl label, like hiring firms to scrub Google search results, threatening forums, commissioning audits, you name it. And now an Emmy-winning cartoon just blasted it to millions, and the episode hasn't even aired yet. Ex-staff from Comedy Central started whispering, yes, it's real. One even said it's from the cold open, a fantasy flashback to show Meghan's obsession with reinvention. And get this, Yacht Girl trended for 8 hours straight. That hasn't happened since the Sussexes cut ties with the crown. But this wasn't a leak, it was a missile. And insiders claim Meghan and Harry didn't even go to PR first. Nope, they went straight to their lawyers, and that's when it got nasty.
And you know what else? To hell with Canada! We are leaving! We'll go find some quiet place where we can be normal people. Come on, wife.
As soon as the leak hit critical mass, Archwell went into full-blown crisis mode. And not the usual quiet spin doctor type either. No, this was DEFCON panic. One insider said the emergency call came in at 2:46 a.m. Montecito time. Staff got yanked out of bed. The command? Activate black status. Meghan had seen it. She'd seen the cartoon. And she was livid. Within 20 minutes, their Slack channels were chaos. Legal, PR, branding, digital, all summoned for an emergency Zoom. Meghan didn't go on camera, audio only. But her voice, described as icy, calm, scalpel-level surgical. Her words, no press statements, no stories. I want takedowns. I want cease and desist, and I want the Reddit user found.
Oh, you hilarious, Meghan.
Why did you move back here anyway? It was ultimately a tough call, but there were a lot of factors to consider.
It wasn't about damage control. This was war. The team scrambled through every option. Spin it for sympathy, play the misogyny card, maybe a heartfelt op-ed? Nope. Every angle was too risky. South Park hadn't just made fun of them, they weaponized it. That yacht scene? Surgical. It hit exactly where Meghan's team has fought the hardest, to erase the narrative, and worse, it went cartoon viral. That's the kind of blow you can't PR away. So what happened next? They brought in the big guns. An elite entertainment lawyer from New York joined within hours. A UK defamation expert was placed on standby, and by midday, they'd already fired off takedown requests at memes, platforms, even image aggregators. Some meme pages literally just got nuked. Why? Because they dared to pair those cartoon frames with real photos from Meghan's before Harry days. But you know how the internet works? When you try to erase something, you just make it explode.
It has been several months now since our beloved queen has died. All Canadians are finding it hard to go on. All Canadians, that is, except for our first guest, the prince and his wife.
And explode it did. By the time Meghan's team got their first takedown approved, those images were already everywhere. Telegram groups, Reddit threads, Google Drives, you name it. It was the Streisand effect on steroids. And where was Harry in all this? Nowhere. Two insiders say he vanished into the garden around 3 a.m. and didn't come back until noon. His phone? Silent. No calls from his therapist, no charity work, not even his cousins. Nothing. Staff found him near the chicken coop, staring out across the vineyard. One described it as eerily quiet, like he was just trying to breathe. Because while Meghan went into legal warrior mode, Harry, he froze.
What the hell?
What'd he just say? He victimized me. It's because I'm an ethnic woman.
He can't do that. I'll see. Wait, you're ethnic? This is an outrage. We'll just see how he deals with my blue.
Here's where it gets cold. Real cold. Harry knew the truth in his bones. When South Park drags you twice, you're no longer a misunderstood figure. You're a punchline, a running joke. And this time, he didn't even get a punchline, just a crying floaty. But this wasn't just personal humiliation anymore. It was business. And in Hollywood, business is ruthless. Execs started whispering behind closed doors. Two of Meghan's active projects suddenly got labeled volatile. One was that wellness docuseries, something about resilience and rebranding. The other, a rom-com heavily inspired by her life. Both on ice, just like that.
There were highs and lows. It's all good. Anyway, see you guys at tea. Come on, Harry.
One executive described it as a reputational sinkhole. Another, no one wants to launch a show that gets meme before the trailer even drops. And that's not all. Meghan's wine brand, the one called As Ever, already facing whispers about slap-on branding, took a hit too. A boutique distributor in California quietly backed out. Why? Brand ambiguity and satirical volatility. Translation: if your product's a joke, it doesn't sell.
How many more princes and his wives have to live in this nightmare?
It didn't stop there. Two influencers, one in Canada, one in Australia, backed out of scheduled promos. One of them, a feminist wellness figure, told her agent, "I can't promote rosé to trauma survivors the same week South Park makes Meghan a yacht meme." Oof. Meanwhile, podcast studios, radio silence. Meghan's team had been trying to reboot her podcast, a more raw, unfiltered version. But now, crickets, Amazon, Apple, iHeart, all ghosting. One insider overheard someone call the pitch PR poison with a mic. Even her branding team started bailing. A big-name celebrity PR firm reportedly refused to renew their contract, not because she was problematic, but because she'd become a punchline. And in this industry, being controversial is fine. Being laughed at, that's fatal.
We can be the people we talked about being, with no more worries about how we look or the image we project to people. What matters is what we have on the inside.
An agent allegedly told a Netflix rep, "You can't outbrand parody. Once they cartoon you, you're stuck." Meghan's image was no longer aspirational. It was theatrical. Cartoon Meghan had become a literal brand, a bottle of rosé on a floating throne surrounded by NDAs with poor Harry paddling behind her. And across the pond? Oh, the silence was louder than any press release. The palace didn't say a word, not one. No statement, no leaks, just stillness. And in royal language? That's savage.
Yeah, we're hoping the ketchups and mustards are going to be sold at Whole Foods, which, would be huge. Oh, and they're all organic in case anyone was wondering.
We weren't.
Apparently, someone at Kensington Palace spotted the cartoon the morning it dropped, shared it in a WhatsApp group titled Ice and Spare. Their reaction? Cry laugh emojis. That's it. No PR huddle, no damage control, just confirmation. Meghan and Harry were now official pop culture fodder, but the real hit came next. Prince William. He was at a youth mental health summit the day after the leak. Paparazzi everywhere, flashes going wild. Then someone asked, bold as ever, "Sir, have you seen the South Park leak?" William didn't say a word. He just paused, tilted his head, and the corner of his mouth twitched. Not a laugh, not even a smile, just the tiniest smirk. But if you know royal protocol, that was a mic drop. Insiders say that smirk said everything. The palace was done. They wouldn't defend, wouldn't explain, wouldn't cushion the blow. Meghan and Harry were on their own.
Hi, I'm Meghan Markle,
And I'm Harry. Harry.
and we're royally screwed.
And that silence, it cut deep, especially for Harry, because despite all the books, the interviews, the documentaries, somewhere in him he still hoped that someone over there would understand, would say something, anything. But instead, he got doors closing, and behind the scenes, royal staffers weren't sad. They were smug. One former aide even said they felt like karma had finally shown up, wearing a cartoon crown and floating in a rosé-filled yacht. But the worst was yet to come, because just when you thought it couldn't get messier, the internet remembered where the yacht rumors really started, and suddenly this wasn't just satire. It was receipts. It didn't start with South Park. It didn't even start with TikTok. The yacht whispers go way back, over a decade, to old blogs, sketchy blind items, and gossip forums that thrived before DMs and Reels existed.
We just want to be normal people. All this attention is so hard. Isn't it true, sir, that your questionable wife has her own TV show and hangs out with celebrities and does fashion magazines?
Before she was the Duchess, Meghan Markle was Rachel Zane from Suits. Stylish, rising, paparazzi ready. But according to old internet sleuths, she also popped up in places she couldn't publicly explain. A-list parties in Dubai, Sardinia, Mykonos, and even on a yacht off the coast of Ibiza. The photos, blurry, the stories, vague, but the rumors, persistent. The same yacht name came up, the same PR agency, the same elite circles, and Meghan's name, sometimes initials, sometimes full, was always there. Comment sections, forums, rumor blogs, they all carried the same whispers. Meghan was in those elite social loops before Harry. Some said her publicist helped arrange it discreetly. Of course, nothing was ever proven. Meghan's never talked about it, but the rumor, it refused to die because it wasn't loud. It lingered. And when the Oprah interview aired, the whispers got louder. When Spotify dropped them, they came back with a vengeance. But when South Park animated it, it detonated. It